How's it going, Starseekers? My name's Luke and welcome back once more to the channel. So today I'm bringing you a review for the Zombies Ate My Neighbourhood and Ghoul Patrol double pack, which recently released at a price of £11.29 on the UK eShop and $14.99 on the US eShop. Originally released on the SNES and Mega Drive in 1993 and 1994 respectively, this pair of devilishly difficult run-and-gun arcade games see you playing as Zeke and Julia as they fight back all manner of monsters while trying to rescue innocent civilians. Now, back in the day, these games offered some of the best co-op gameplay on the platform, but have they stood the test of time, and should you be dropping a few quid on them? In this review, I hope to answer that question, so don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to be notified of future reviews, and let's get into it. So upon starting the game, you're presented with a lovely little menu where you're able to select between the two games on offer. Aside from the main games, there are also a bunch of extras included in this bundle found within the gallery, and these include a pretty awesome developer interview for Zombies Ate My Neighbours, a bunch of different concept art images as well as all of the box art for the games, and character model viewers showcasing the cast and creatures of each game. Now, both Zombies Ate My Neighbourhood and Ghoul Patrol are able to be played in either 1 or 2 player mode, but the most fun can be found when playing co-op with a buddy. These games are known for being notoriously difficult, particularly the first instalment, and getting through the 40 plus stages in the first game is hard enough when working with another player, though there is still plenty of fun to be had solo. There are no difficulty settings for the games, so there's no way to actually make things easier, though both games do still include the password system, which will allow you to skip to certain levels, and the Switch release also includes a save state function, so you don't lose your progress when quitting out. Now, upon starting the game, you first get to select a character, with one player playing as Zeke and the other Julia when playing co-op, and from what I can remember there's not actually any difference, so it's totally down to your own preference. The controls for the games are relatively simple, though there are a few differences between the two games. In each, you control your character with a left analog or D-pad, use your primary weapon and special items with the A and Y buttons, and cycle through these weapons and items with the B and X buttons. The sequel game, Ghoul Patrol, also added a few new movement mechanics, like the ability to slide and jump with the L and R buttons and run by holding down the A button, but aside from this, the control schemes are identical. Now, gameplay in both titles is very similar. One of the biggest differences between the two games is that Ghoul Patrol actually had a storyline, and so its levels kind of had a running theme with you travelling through different time periods. But both games feature run-and-gun arcade style gameplay, and the two share a lot of the same mechanics. In each of the game's levels, your objective is simple: locate and rescue all of the innocent civilians before something nasty gets to them, after which a door or portal will open taking you to the next level. In the first game you had a radar with flashing markers to help you locate civilians, but this wasn't the most helpful of tools, and so they ditched it in the second game, and instead the civilians now call out for your help, with the speech bubbles leading you to them. Now, gameplay in Zombies Ate My Neighbourhood is just as enjoyable as it ever was, and sitting down to play it again after all these years just reminded me of what a fantastic game it really is. The game contains over 40 levels with a bunch of additional bonus levels, and level design itself is still pretty great, with plenty of variety to the level's themes and the enemies within them. Scattered throughout levels you find lots of different weapons and power-ups to help you defeat the plethora of enemies that you're going to be facing, and each weapon offers its own benefits and drawbacks, and includes things like a fire extinguisher which freezes enemies, and rocket launchers which can blow holes in certain walls. When it comes to the enemies, like I said, there's plenty of variety and they're all really well designed, with each presenting their own dangers in the way that they move and attack, and some of them are actually pretty scary, especially the chainsaw dudes who chase you through the hedge maze levels, chopping their way through walls just to get to you. There are also several bosses in the game, and most of these are incredibly tough to take down, though from what I remember, you do have the option of skipping a few of them if you're not up for the challenge. Now, I never actually played Ghoul Patrol when I was younger, and it's only been recently that I found out that it was a sequel to Zombies. In comparison to the first game, the developers added a few quality of life improvements like the ability to run, slide and jump, as well as the civilians now calling out for help, which definitely makes them a little easier to locate. In all honesty though, I still prefer Zombies Ate My Neighbourhood for a few reasons. Movement in the first game felt a lot tighter and gameplay felt a bit faster, and while they have increased the number of enemies and weapons in the second game, I much preferred the unique arsenal of the first game. When comparing level design, I also preferred Zombies' smaller and less complicated layouts, and while the larger levels of the second game do open them up for more detailed and unique designs, there are only 17 levels in the second game, so completing it takes a lot less time. Now when it comes to the audio and visuals, in my mind both games are still visually stunning, and they showcase some of the best pixel art of the generation. While the artwork in Zombies Ate My Neighbours is a lot more simple when compared to the level of detail found in Ghoul Patrols, both games are fantastic in their own right and both run flawlessly on the Switch. The sound design for both games is also great. We get some fantastic sound effects and some terrifying ones, where I'll refer you back to the aforementioned chainsaw dudes. And the music in the games is also excellent, with Zombies having some of the most memorable music from my youth, alongside the likes of Sonic the Hedgehog and Kid Chameleon. So overall, this duo of games offers a ton of co-op fun, and if you never got to play these games first time round, then this is a prime opportunity to pick them up and give them a go. There's plenty of content on offer and plenty of challenge to go with it, and if you can find a mate to play with, I highly recommend you get them round for a bit of co-op action. Now while my rating may be a bit biased on this one due to me having a lot of good childhood memories playing the first game, this is still my own personal rating, and so I'm going to be giving this bundle of nostalgia 5 out of 5 stars. Zombies Ate My Neighbourhood and Ghoul Patrol embody everything that made games of that generation so great to play. They keep things simple but also very challenging, and the fantastic co-op gameplay is reminiscent of an era before the internet, where you got to actually sit down side by side to enjoy a game together. And so that about wraps up this review of Zombies Ate My Neighbours and Ghoul Patrol on the Nintendo Switch. Don't forget to hit that like button if this review helped you out. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the games and whether you've got fond memories of them in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel as I upload new Nintendo Switch reviews and content every few days. For now though, I just want to thank you all once again for watching, and until next time, take care of yourselves and game on.